20 meters.
Yeah, nobody cared. That was great. That was fun.
I mean, only one woman in the final last year, the Olympic final. Now, granted, I think there was some rain, of course, in the Olympic final. But
Yeah.
I mean, can you just talk about what just kind of just happened out there? How awesome the battle was between all the ladies out there?
I mean, yeah, the standard has... Shut up. Hey, I'm doing an interview. Love you so much. Bye. My husband. Yeah, I just think the standard has like gone way up. Me and Sarah were out there. I said, "Do you remember it was just me and you throwing 20?" And then Jess came, and I was like, now the girls keep coming, and I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Yeah, it's kind of weird now because it just keeps happening at like every meet." And I'm just like, "Yeah, I think we just kind of set the bar too high, and now we're all throwing too far and made it hard."
It makes it exciting, though, especially for USA's now. I mean, especially Jada now just obliterated her PR today. Just, your thoughts on, how you elevate these American women in the shot put.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like shot put is like, it's kind of disappointing, like I said, because out there it was kind of dead in the water. It was like, it felt like there's an award ceremony going on, and I'm like, the best shot put competition in a really long time is happening, like, hello. But it kind of sucked because, like, part of it is that, like, American shot put is so good, and like that, like, I don't know, we're in the U.S., we're at Diamond League in the U.S., you're kind of like, dang, like, look over here because Jada threw far. Jada's literally Oregon, so you're kind of like, come on. But I think it's just great. Like, I think American shot put has always kind of set the precedent, and we're still there now. And now that I've thrown like 2090, I'm not like pretending that that's gonna like hold indefinitely. So I'm pretty excited about it.
But I mean, you just keep getting closer and closer to that 21 meter. I mean, you're chasing it. I mean, you've already thrown it in practice, but I mean, with a mark like this, is it reassuring again? It's like, all right, it's coming soon.
Yeah, I think there's just like that. One of the cues that I've done to like really get the far throws in practice is like really drive into the board, and I think you get to competition and it can be a little scarier to like really get there. I'm not necessarily fouling at training, I really am not. It's just in a competition like this, there's that small bit of fear of like getting too excited. So I'm just, right now is just going to be like in these competitions finding the good balance of like doing the technical cues but being able to go at it a little bit without being afraid.
So there were some differences from Ironwood this last week you were working on?
Yeah, Ironwood, like I got excited and there was a lot of sector fouls and the series wasn't exactly there, but for this meet I felt a lot better about the series, not necessarily the distance, but like the quality of my throws. So like I think it was like a really good meet, like having the two back to back, and then it like creates stairs, doesn't it, for you to feel like you can take the next step. So it feels pretty good.
You said last week you hit the board hard. Did you hit the board hard today?
No, not as hard as I wanted, but it was kind of like balancing frustration. I was getting a little frustrated out there, like I said, because I'm watching like Maddie throw 20, and then I watched Jada throw 2013 and another 20, and I'm watching like Maggie warm up at like 2040 and Sarah throws 2030 twice. You're kind of like, I was kind of like irritated because I'm getting in the ring and I'm hearing like we're talking about somebody over there that competed years ago, and I'm like, that's really cool, but like something cool was happening, and I think there was a little frustration that built up in me that might have affected my competing a little bit. I was getting a little irritated, I must say.
Yeah, so then how can you channel that, going forward for USA? You're going to be back here in a couple of weeks, and maybe they'll try to pay attention then.
Well, I think so. It's just like, I really like this meet. I keep telling everyone, I'm like, this has just been like some glorified reward show. Like, I'm like, it's just kind of like, I feel like we've introduced everybody in track and field like 10 times now. I'm kind of like, when is the track? And now it's ended, but like so much stuff just happened, with Rudy and with the women's shot put competition being what it was and Tara doing what she did. Like, I'm so glad what she did happened when they were done walking down memory lane for the 50th time, like it was kind of exhausting. No offense. Please invite me back.
What's next between now and USA's?
I have Monaco, and then a meet in Madrid, and then a little bit of training, and then hopefully drop a bomb at USA's, drop a big one.
All right. Great job out there.
It's kind of odd out there, like all the field events are throwing, all the jumping, throwing far, and it's like, these guys got left out of Grand Slam track, and Grand Slam track's kind of doing their own thing right now.
You just want me to talk crap because you've heard me talk crap.
I didn't say it specifically.
Like, because it turns out you can't have track without field, but you can have field without track, and I think World Series of Shot Put showed that, and Grand Slam track showed that 12 minutes of dead air, guess what you put in there? Field. That's how it's been. Like, turns out you need us. So yeah, I don't know. That's how I felt out there, though. That was how I felt competing today. I was kind of like, hello, you know.
Do you feel like that's like a running theme of this season? Not so much a chip on your shoulder, like I'm going to prove to them that you can't miss this show.
Yeah, I think like after watching Ryan with WSPS, it was kind of like seeing like, I don't know, it kind of like built this like new light around it where you were kind of like, yeah, suck it. You know what I mean? Like, and now we're competing so good, and I don't know, I just feel good out there. It's just, like I said, this has probably like been the worst meet as far as like lack of attention on the field, you know. But like it sucked that it happened to be a meet where we just had like, it has to be, there's going to be a statistic, it's probably one of the best meets in quite a long time, like, and for women's shot put, like, what was it, 5 girls over 20? It's just craziness. Like, that's kind of mad things, and we just kind of ignored it. It was kind of irritating.
So, you know, tell someone out there that that's not, you know, kind of the normal track and field fan that doesn't understand, like, shot put, like, what's, you know, a normal meet that has 20 meters? Like, how many women normally get over 20 meters?
Well, last year it was like, typically podium was at least top 2 is 20, but then it's really like 19 highs and it goes down. But they just kept throwing further and further today, and it was like everyone kept throwing 20, and I was like, what the heck? And that's pretty good. Like, obviously, like, the world records are what they are, but like you can see like statistically, like, I think me throwing 20.95 is like the first like the furthest throw in a long time since like Valerie Adams. But I think it's kind of that good thing where you bring the baseline up, and we kind of have done that where it's like multiple girls over 20, then turns into multiple girls over 2050, and then like you can then build that historically. So hopefully that's kind of what it means.
Appreciate it, Chase.
Yeah.